Tired of struggling with procrastination and lack of willpower? What if I told you your brain is wired for self-discipline, but most people never learn how to activate it? In the 25th century, where distractions are engineered to hijack your focus, mastering willpower isn't just a skill, it's a survival tool. This video will reveal the secret neural pathways that hold the key to an unbreakable mindset. We'll dive into cutting-edge neuroscience, expose the myths about willpower, and give you 3 futuristic techniques to rewire your brain for unstoppable self-discipline. Stick around because by the end, you'll know exactly how to hack your biology to achieve any goal. Did you know that willpower isn't just a matter of mental strength? It's rooted in the very structure of your brain. Scientists have discovered that self-control is like a muscle. It can be trained, fatigued, and even enhanced with the right techniques. But most people drain their willpower by fighting their biology instead of working with it. In this video, we'll expose the brain's willpower circuit, why 25th century distractions are designed to break your focus, and a futuristic neurohack to instantly boost discipline. If you've ever felt like your willpower is sabotaging you, it's not your fault. But today, we fix it. Deep inside your brain lies the ultimate self-discipline weapon, the prefrontal cortex. This is your executive control center. It handles decision-making, impulse control, and long-term planning. But here's the problem. Your PFC is under constant attack. In the 25th century, we're bombarded with hyper-stimulating content, AI-driven distractions, and dopamine triggers designed to keep us scrolling instead of acting. Result? Your PFC gets overwhelmed, and willpower collapses. But the good news? You can upgrade it. For decades, Let's dive into the first hack. The 10-second rule. When an impulse hits, whether it's junk food, procrastination, or quitting, your brain has a 10-second window where you can intervene. Here's how it works. Pow! See the moment the craving arises. Count down from 10. This activates your PFC. Replace the impulse with a better action. Why it works. This tiny delay rewires your brain's reward system, making self-control automatic. Imagine resisting temptation like a reflex, not a struggle. And that's the power of this technique. Next up, Neuro-Feedback training. In the future, biofeedback devices will train willpower like a muscle. But you don't need high-tech gear to start. Try this. Use heart rate variability apps to track focus. Practice 5 minutes of deep breathing daily. This boosts PFC function. Visualize success. Your brain can't tell the difference between real and imagined discipline. Studies prove this strengthens the anterior mid-cingulate cort. Finally, the dopamine detox. The biggest enemy of willpower? Dopamine overload. In the 25th century, everything is engineered to be addictive. Social media, AI assistants, even food. Solution? A dopamine detox. 1 hour per day with 0 stimulation. No screens, no sugar. Replace cheap dopamine with effort-driven rewards. Learning, creating, exercising. Result? Your brain resets, making discipline effortless. Warning, the first 3 days are brutal, but then your willpower skyrockets. This isn't just willpower, it's brain power. By 2500, willpower won't just be trained, it'll be engineered. AI coaches will predict and prevent procrastination. Neural implants could auto-block distractions. Genetic optimization may make discipline innate. But here's the catch. The principles remain the same. Whether you're in 2024 or 2500, self-discipline is about mastering your brain's wiring. So start now, because the future belongs to those who can control their minds. If you're ready to upgrade your willpower and take control of your future, like this video so YouTube boosts it to others who need it. Comment neurodiscipline below. I'll reply with a free willpower cheat sheet. Subscribe for more futuristic self-mastery content. Your brain is the most powerful tool you own. It's time to use it. See you in the future. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of how your brain actually builds willpower. Every time you resist temptation or push through discomfort, you're literally strengthening neural pathways between your prefrontal cortex and your limbic system. It's like building a superhighway for self-control. But here's what nobody tells you. Willpower isn't about suppression, it's about strategic redirection. When 25th century neuroscientists studied high performers, they found one shocking commonality. These people weren't fighting urges. They had simply rewired their reward system to crave discipline itself. Imagine getting the same dopamine hit from completing a tough workout as most people get from scrolling social media. That's not science fiction, that's neuroplasticity in action. Let me tell you about Zara Sevi, a quantum programmer from the Mars colonies. She went from chronic procrastinator to one of the most disciplined minds in the solar system using just 3 techniques we've covered. First, she implemented neural priming, spending 11 minutes every morning visualizing herself as someone who effortlessly maintains focus. Second, she used biofeedback loops to identify her personal willpower depletion patterns. Third, and most crucially, she engineered her environment to make discipline the default. In her words, on Mars, every resource is precious. I treat my willpower the same way. Now I'm going to tell you something that goes against everything you've heard. Chasing motivation is a trap. The 25th century mindset doesn't wait for inspiration. It creates systems where action is inevitable. Think about how absurd it would be if your heart waited to feel motivated before beating. True discipline operates the same way. Automatic, systems-driven, relentless. The most advanced performers use what we call action triggers, specific environmental cues that bypass deliberation and trigger immediate action. For example, placing your workout clothes directly in your path when you wake up creates a neurological trigger that makes exercise nearly unconscious. Right now, I want you to try a simple but powerful neuro-hack. Make a fist with your dominant hand and squeeze tightly for 10 seconds. What you're doing is activating the same neural circuits used for self-control. Studies from the Tokyo Institute of Cognitive Science show this simple action can increase willpower by up to 22% in the moment. This works because your brain associates physical tension with mental fortitude. Future versions of this technique involve haptic feedback suits that stimulate these pathways on demand. But you can start benefiting from this right now. Here's the hard truth. Every day you don't train your willpower, you're falling behind. In the 25th century job market, where AI handles routine tasks, the most valuable currency is disciplined creativity. The gap between those who control their focus and those who don't is growing exponentially. But here's the good news. Neuroplasticity means it's never too late to start. Every conscious choice you make to exercise self-discipline is physically reshaping your brain. The question is, will you be the architect of your own mind? Or will you let algorithms design it for you? As we race toward an increasingly distracted future, one thing remains certain. The ability to focus and follow through will separate the leaders from the followers. The techniques you've learned today aren't just about productivity, they're about evolutionary advantage. Your ancestors survived because of physical strength. You'll thrive because of mental resilience. The question isn't whether you can build unbreakable willpower. The science proves you can. The only question is, when will you start? Hit that like button if you're ready to take control, subscribe for more future-proof mindset strategies. And remember, your potential isn't limited by your genes, but by the neural pathways you choose to strengthen every single day.